Welcome back to Circle Club Entertainment for another Diecast review here on the channel, and we have another Coca-Cola 600 Toyota Camry. Of course, we're starting to finally get some more Toyota Camrys, which is always good news. Here is Christopher Bell and his 2023 Interstate Batteries Patriotic number 20 Toyota Camry TRD for Joe Gibbs Racing. Of course, Interstate Batteries with a unique paint scheme. Instead of just the green lightning bolt scheme, which is cool, I love that scheme, but to see a unique paint scheme for Interstate Batteries is not very common nowadays. So to see this special edition paint scheme, Coke 600 Camo, is really, really cool to see Interstate Batteries with a different style livery. Of course, Camo's still going to have some green, so you're still going to have some green on the Interstate Batteries car. But I gotta say, it looks super unique. I like the pixelated camo. It kind of goes interesting with the Interstate Batteries brand. It does look super cool. So let's get a look at the box for a little bit. Of course, you can see camo salutes. So Christopher Bell, this is another die cast of his that you're going to be able to get, which is always super good to see one of the up-and-coming young superstars get some more die casts made. So without further ado, let's get this Coca-Cola 600 Interstate Batteries die cast out of the box. Here it is, folks. Brand new, out of the box, second review of this very late night of die cast reviews. Out of the box is Christopher Bell's camo car. And kind of a funny fact about this die cast, when I was looking for the die cast in the back row at the Lino Racing retail store, I almost didn't see this car. Kind of a coincidence, because camo makes things like paint schemes or, clothing or like stuff like that hard to see. So it's kind of funny that this camo made this car hard to see and hard to find. Thankfully, I was able to find it, and I'm really happy I did, because this car probably would not have ended up in my collection. It was trying to hide from me with its camo, but it didn't fool me this time. So without further ado, let's get this diecast review on. Now they have that little funny fact out of the way. You have number 20, Joe Gibbs Racing, the Toyota Camry TRD, which is going to be, rest in peace, this style knows, for 2024. You have Interstate Batteries, and I'd love to see what that says. Honor and Remember, I believe that says, a little logo. It's really hard to see in small. Honor to Americans. Dang, I'm really having a hard time reading that. Something Americans. I'm so sorry, guys. That decal is so small that I can barely read it. Let me see if I can zoom in. Semper FT and America's brand. Something like that it says there. It's so hard to read, so I really apologize for that. You have CWS Hinchman. The little air vent so the driver can breathe. The red box Toyota logo, and of course the Patriotic windshield banner, which of course has the dark blue, the white star, and the red long little strip on the banner right there. You have number 20, Goodyear, in yellow, but of course on the wheels themselves they're yellow, also with the Honor and Remember little tribute lettering to it. Pretty awesome. You can notice that the wrap doesn't perfectly cover up. As you can see, it's a slight bit off, so that's a little bit unfortunate. It's also like this on this side as well, a little bit. Decal's a little bit too high up. You have Goodyear, you have the 75th anniversary logo for NASCAR. You have NASCAR salutes. Number 20, Christopher Bell, or just C. Bell, that is. Number 20, C. Bell. The little race winner sticker from the Bristol Dirt Race. Toyota, J.D. Gibbs, Interstate Batteries, big and slanted to really work with that new number placement. Ream, TRD, DeWalt, Yahoo, and once again that American, that Semper's America's logo on the quarter panel. Kind of interesting to see Yahoo there. They're like purple and white logo on top of the camo. That is pretty funny. Here's the back of this thing. Got Toyota Camry, TRD, Interstate, number 20. Got a little bit of a little scuff mark, I think that is. I don't think that's supposed to be that little black. Maybe it is, but it's just so hard to see. Red box Toyota logo. You have John 316. I am second. Even on the Patriotic car, they have that. It's pretty cool. Interstate. On the back, I like how big and wide the logo is for Interstate. You have Siemens, Mobil 1, Doosan, Lincoln Welders, Mac Tools, Sherwin-Williams, Strata says, and Sport Clips Haircuts. Of course, loyal, die-hard sponsors of Joe Gibbs Racing right there. You have Bell. Outrageously dependable. I can tell you, this thing is outrageously camo. That's one thing for sure. Of course, you got number 20 on the top. And now it's time for the paint scheme itself. So, interestingly enough, before they put the camo on this car, they painted it like a brown. Not even like green. This is more of like a brown. So, this definitely is more like, it does have like a greeny, like a really dark sort of green. It's so green. It's almost like green that's so dark that it literally turns purple. Kind of like, you know, muddy grass. But definitely, looking at it, it's definitely more on the brown side of things. A pretty interesting shade of brown. Not a chocolate brown. It's like dirt, muddy brown. Like a muddy, dirty, muddy grass type brown. Is the base coat for this car. Glossy paint. I think matte would have looked really cool on this if only the real car was actually matte. Of course, the Biofuel logo right there. Let's not forget that. So now it's time for the paint scheme itself. Now that we got past the little base coat and everything like that. The numbers are going to have the black outline, a white outline, and a red number fill-in all across this car. On all the sides, it's going to look like that for the number 20. Looks pretty cool and clean on top of the camo. Has a nice look to it. Of course, the dark gray rims. Ooh, this one does not spin very well. Can I fix it? I fixed these before. I gotta fix this one later because there's not a lot of wheel spin out of that left rear. Not the greatest news. Other than that, the paint scheme itself is pretty much just a full camo. So I'm gonna do a 360 view while I'm talking. So as you can see, they have like all the main colors for this style camo. It's like the super dark green, but it's mostly brown. I don't even think it's all that green, to be honest. But it's pretty much like just the light shades, dark shades, kind of like silvery, sort of. It's a mix of like all those shades, just, you know, made into camo. So it's kind of hard to see. It must have been a spotter's nightmare with this as I'm doing this 360 view. Gotta say, this is definitely going to be one of those cool diecasts to have. You know, Patriotic doesn't just have to be red, white, and blue. You could also do like military style, like this one right here. Full camo. I really like the look of the full camo. This thing really is going to stick out in the collection for sure once I put it with all the other cars. And I am collecting Coca-Cola 600 paint schemes, so to have another one that I've seen in person, which, yes, I saw this car in person, battling with the leaders. Pretty interesting race. I was there to see it. Of course, here's the top profile of this car. Here's the left side, which is pretty much the same as the right side. Not really a split paint job. I believe the arrangement of the camo is nearly identical. But yeah, I love how it's just all across the car. It honestly looks like something you can make in Forza. If you go to the Forza paint booth, they just have like a generic like camo. It just automatically inserts it onto the car, and then you could just throw the decals on afterwards. That's kind of what this looks like to me. This kind of looks like a Forza invented livery paint scheme. Something somebody does on Forza when they want to get a fast, just a quick way of just getting a patriotic car for some patriotic event. But other than that, of course, here's the under tray. Other than that, I really like this car. It's a really unique Christopher Bell. I did not get the normal Interstate Batteries Christopher Bell because it kind of already looked like the Ty Gibbs. So to see something that's, okay, fully unique Christopher Bell, not exactly the same as Ty Gibbs, this is definitely the diecast you get. And I have to say, if you already have the Ty Gibbs, or the Denny Hamlin maybe, and you want to get something for Christopher Bell, Interstate Batteries wise, if you have to choose between the Coke 600 and the Standard, definitely get the Coke 600. This is definitely the one that you want between those two, especially if you have the others. So to have both is pretty cool. You know, of course, the Christopher Bell or the Ty Gibbs, and then having this, both different and not the same. Definitely more worth it to get the Coke 600, at least in my opinion, because it kind of looks cool. You know, camo on a Toyota Camry TRD. Pretty cool, right? Definitely recommend this one. Christopher Bell fans are definitely going to get a kick out of this diecast, or any NASCAR collector, because, you know, camo definitely makes for interesting paint schemes, and this is definitely one of them. So, what do you guys think about this diecast? Of course, comment, like, and subscribe to join the Circle Club. Interact with my community posts, all the standard stuff. Hope you guys are having a good time on the Circle Club channel. Definitely am as well, reviewing these cars for you. Of course, staying up a little bit late at night. It is like 11 or 12 o'clock at the time of me filming this video, so I'll probably have to get going here soon. So, thank you all for checking out this diecast review. Comment, like, and subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next Circle Club video. And always remember to make sure you know what you're doing when you're putting decals on your diecasts.